Well, we acquired the Aboitiz transport system, and all of these other companies are wholly owned subsidiary of the mother company that we acquired. But in our case, the small company acquires a company that's 6 times its size in terms of resources, in terms of revenues, and 10 times its size in terms of manpower complement. So you could just imagine the integration challenges there. Before Negros acquired the ATS, we carried the brand name Negros itself, Negros Navigation. And ATS itself had the Super Ferry brand, the Supercat brand, and the Cebu Ferries brand. So we just thought that we can just put all of this under one brand itself, particularly because we have decided to adopt the brand to go on a group-wide basis. For our passenger shipping business, we basically said we will adopt it to go travel. And to go travel essentially is not just travel by ship, because we have always envisioned that we would move people from door to door, so they don't have to worry about what else they would take when they hit a certain destination, but not quite their final destination yet. So to go travel is encompasses not just moving people by sea, but moving people really from door to door, which means that it involves a land component. It may involve 3 different modes of transportation, whether that involves land or sea. The only thing that we will not therefore handle is moving people by air, because we're not in the airline business. Fortunately for us, this is still a country where 90% of the population belongs to the lower income group, and these are the people that have plenty of time in their hands but very little money. So when they travel, for instance, which they don't do very often, they cannot afford to pay much higher fares. No? At the same time, because they don't travel very often, they tend to bring a lot of things with them every time they travel. So the ideal situation for them, therefore, is to take the ship instead of the discounted airline that limits the volume of carry-on baggages or check-in baggages that they can carry. So, given that situation where we have a large part of our population still in that income bracket, there's still a huge market for the shipping business, therefore. In addition to that, there are certain island crossings that will not lend itself to air travel because they are too short. No? You can possibly service a route that will only take 15 minutes from airport to airport, but which will only take about 2 or 3 hours by ferry. No? So these are always the routes that we will try to expand into. We're not yet there in most of them. We are in 3 or 4 different crossings, but that's about it. And as you have said, this is a country of 7,000 islands, so there's still many islands that we need to provide facilities for crossing, because I don't imagine that in the next 20 years or so, the government can afford to build bridges connecting island to island. That's what they did to some places in Europe. So there will always be opportunities for us to provide ferry service, and that's where expansion in the future, insofar as passenger travel is concerned, will be coming from. Now, therefore, that also easily connects to the desire of our country to develop into a major tourism destination. It means that we need to improve the way we convey people from tourist spot to tourist spot, from place to place. What we intend to do with our ships that travel long distances between here, for instance, in Cebu, or between here all the way to the island of Mindanao, is that if you take our ships, you do not just stay there, eat, and sleep. As we travel southbound or northbound, inevitably we will be passing different islands in the country, and part of the things that we will be doing is to conduct, in effect, a tourism lecture as we pass through certain islands. No? When you take the ship, you pass through very close to many of these islands, and you'll find that these are really fascinating islands. Some of them are really, they have nice beaches, undeveloped, exotic places, and so it is one way also trying to sell our country by letting people see all of the sceneries as our ship travel through or in between this big or small island.
For more videos, please visit www.voicesofthephilippines.com.